Hello everyone, welcome. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. We have the wonderful, wonderful Redream emulator up and running. And it's gonna be great. We're playing Tokyo Xtreme Racer, the Japanese street racing game created by Genki, the same people that made the One Gun Midnight and some of the initial D race arcade cabinets and everything. Well, this is the same people that made all that. And this is really, really cool. So let's go right into the quest mode. And immediately, we get a choice of our first vehicle. We got a couple different different cars here. We got the wonderful Hachirokus, the Levin, and the Corolla. Some of these vehicles are a little bit more expensive than what we can currently afford, so we can't afford the MR2. Or even the Lexus. Ouch. Big ouch. Okay. We can afford the S14 though, which is nice. As well as both S13s. So that's probably one of the more powerful vehicles we can get right from the start. Everything else is a lot more expensive. A whole lot of good options though. We even have the Civic Type R and the DC2 Integra Type R as well. None of the vehicles in this game are currently quote-unquote licensed. They're all kind of really, really close, borderline copyright infringement, but they are technically not been licensed, kind of. Like, they don't actually have like the license, like badging and anything like that. It was a different time, shall we say. You even have the third generation Mitsubishi Eclipse as well. What should we do? I'm thinking maybe the S13 might be a good one to start with. Yeah. There we go. Is this a One Gun Midnight game? Close! It's made by the same people who made the One Gun Midnight games. It's basically we have One Gun Midnight at home, for lack of better words. Awesome, welcome Stand Singer, hope you're doing well today. It is really, really cool though, the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games. If you've never played them, highly recommend you do so, because basically you have the regular Tokyo Xtreme Racer games. The first one on the Dreamcast, and then Zero, which is technically the same as 2. And Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3 on the PlayStation 2. And all of them are basically One Gun Midnight games. I kind of, as we're going through, we will kind of explain a little bit more about how the game works and everything. Technically, this is my first time playing the original Dreamcast version. I got this at a flea market about a couple months ago. I've been looking for an excuse to play it. And it's basically the Tokyo highway scene in the late 90s, early 2000s, when the street racing was at its peak. I played One Gun Minute on a PSP emulator on my phone once. It's not the best one I had. Oh, it is really, really good. So you'll see a lot of similarities, because if memory serves me correctly, they're both made by the same people, Genki. So let's start by upgrading suspension a little bit. Get a stage 1 suspension upgrade. And can we upgrade? No, okay, we can't upgrade the chassis. What can we do here? Mode for low back pressure for increased power, high RPM. We will just have enough to purchase that. Cool. Alright, now let's go race. We'll be starting. I can either start on the C1 inner loop or the C1 outer loop. And gradually the highway system opens up in Tokyo more as we're going through. I'm gonna start with the inner loop. And shift assist off, of course. Because why would you want an automatic transmission? You always go manual. It should be great. Essentially, you do have a limited amount of free roam. But basically, you are, on the highway and everything. It's nice. Alright. And basically, you have other rivals. If you look on the map to the left, you see the blinking blue dots. Those are rivals that we have not raced yet. And as you see, every one of them, since we're a new driver, every one of them are blue dots. Pull up behind this person, wait for the data to display, and we just flash our lights. And we're up against one of the SS Limited racers. So different rivals have teams. It's just impossible to play manual on my phone. Okay, fair enough. That is a fair point. You do need quite a bit of dexterity to even attempt manual, and even then you're gonna be quite a bit slower. So as you can see here, there is no finish line. Like, as long as we're close enough together, we will continue going until one of us runs out of what's known as spirit points, or SP. And since I am behind right now, I am the one that is currently losing, for lack of a better, it's my health. And basically, I need to get past this the rival here. They are being very, very defensive, trying to constantly block us. Oh gosh, the car handles a little bit sketch in the Dreamcast version. The handling definitely gets better in the later Tokyo Xtreme Racer games, but the first Tokyo Xtreme Racer game, the handling is a little bit suspect. We have, oh gosh, that is not the best cockpit view. It's almost like you're looking up at the sky as you're trying to drive. So we will stay in the third person perspective. And what's really cool with this, so basically, you beat enough members of a team in order to go up against a team leader. And you beat enough team leaders, and you go up against a boss. And it's a really simple gameplay loop, but it's a lot of fun, and it's really addictive as well, because you gradually, get more money to get your car going faster and faster, so you can go up against more and more difficult opponents. And of course, as you go throughout the night, your car, your tires begin wearing, your engine does begin to kind of like overheat a little bit. So, but the more you win in a row, the higher your streak goes and the more money you get. So it basically comes down into how you want to do this, how much risk you want to take. And oh gosh, okay, the car is a little bit understeery. This is my first ever time playing any Dreamcast game ever, and yeah, the handling's a little bit wonky compared to some of the later Tokyo Xtreme Racer games. This isn't bad. This isn't too bad. Let's go up again. Let's find another opponent. Let's see what you are. Probably from a different team here. Alright, Elegant Wow, cool. So it's an entirely different team. And he's in the beautiful FC3S RX-7. This is gonna be quite nimble. We should be able to get a decent run on him. I want to get enough money for the stage 1 engine upgrades. I think that'll help us out quite a bit. Now that we have a decent amount of like handling upgrades and everything. Some of the a bit more difficult. This excuse me a little bit more realistic than Wanga Minna on a PSP. Yeah, the Wanga Minna games, those you take the corners at a much higher speed. I did the PS2 version of the Wanga Minna arcade ports, and it was really weird not having to brake for a lot of the corners and taking them at like 120 miles an hour, even to the tighter and twistier C1 loop. Like that's very strange. Racing with bullet tires and 5 passengers. Yeah, the car definitely feels very heavy. Slightly exaggerated in a way, but it's not too bad. I'm sure I will eventually get used to it. But right now it is very different compared to all the other Tokyo Xtreme Racer games I've played. I do like the varied traffic though. That is really nice. They kept that in Tokyo Xtreme Racer 0 as well. But then when they moved to licensed vehicles in Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3, all of the traffic vehicles kind of turned into the same yellow van, which one hand makes it really easy to distinguish between racing cars and non-racing cars. Hey guys, you think we can take on an NSX? This doesn't count. One of the apex seals broke. Probably so. You think we can take an NSX? I don't know. This is gonna be a difficult one. We're Right from the start, we're already up against some very, very powerful opponents. This game does not pull any punches. Just AI traffic driving a Diablo GTR. Yeah, something like that. No, in the especially Tokyo Xtreme Racer 0, some of the AI traffic does drive like other sports cars and stuff like that. But because they don't have like an arrow over them, you can't challenge them. But like young Isaac didn't know that, and he was dumb. And he was like, "Well, he's driving a sports car. That means he's a street racer, right?" When I was big dumb. How are we actually beating an NSX? We're in a near stock. We're in a near stock S13. No way. No way. Can always shingle him. Ah, yes. With a double crash. Just keep bumping him off the road. Ooh, vibrations. Oh man, no, this is a lot of fun though. Like I am enjoying this quite a bit. I love the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games are very underrated. I mean the first Tokyo Xtreme Racer is probably appropriately rated, but like the ones afterwards are really good, and I highly recommend you take a look at them if you haven't already. If you can get a PS2 emulator working on your PC and everything. Because you got the mainline games. That's an R32. YOLO! Let's do it. YOLO against the R32. We should not be able to take this type of car on. This is literally Godzilla. But maybe it's early enough that they have they'll be a bit on the slower side, maybe. Okay, never mind. They are. Ow. That didn't work. Oh, cool. On the bright side, you can actually prevent yourself from losing a race by intentionally driving off the course. And forcing a draw. So let's go back to the main menu. We have a little bit of money now. We should be able to get some more upgrades. Oh wow, they do have aftermarket arrow. They do indeed have aftermarket arrow. So let me go to the buy parts here, and you can go to the arrow here, and you can change a whole bunch of stuff. You can change the grill. You can change the hood, like a whole bunch of different options here. But this doesn't affect performance. This is only dress up stuff. So I usually like to go for the actual performance stuff first. Oh gosh, 8,000. Okay. Oh, okay. So hang on. Okay, so this is the front tire soft, rear tire soft. And that's a front tire hard, rear tire hard. Oh, okay, cool. So I definitely want to get both tires on the soft side. Alright, let's get an engine upgrade. We can afford this. Let's see what it is real quick. Alright, so we're doing some computer tuning. Cool. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. But I can have a whole lot of money. Can we do some settings here? Alright, I want a little bit twitchier. Oh wow, okay, we barely get anything to adjust here. We're gonna need to upgrade the suspension just a little bit. They have the New York Bostonian New Englander accents for the the hard suspension. It's not hard, it's hard. Yes, this is indeed a Japanese original game. So some grammar, some some things are a little bit awkwardly spelled. It's still really cool though. But it does have a little bit of jank to it. I love it still though. Still some of my favorite racing game franchises. All right, so you can see here there's a green. We do have the green vehicle up ahead. And that is a racer that has already been defeated, but we can challenge him again for a little bit of extra money, which is good because right now we are dirt. We are super broke. So let's go up against them again. Let's see if they can't get us just a little bit more money. We are starting ahead this time. All right, let's go. Let's go. Big speed here. An ES 318? Yeah, no, this is a whole bunch of. Oh gosh. There's a whole bunch of. Like I said, this is a little bit of jank here in the game, but it is still very, very, very fun, really enjoyable. All right, raise the brakes just a little bit. Okay, good. So we increase the steering response, which is good. Give me a second. The audio is. Oh, okay. Never mind. We'll have to adjust the audio later on. Right now, it's very. The music itself is a bit on the loud side, so we're gonna have to adjust that a little bit after this. Music's not bad though, all things considered. Let's lower this down just a little bit. There we go. Yes. All right, let's see what actual racers we're up against now. Some of the newer racers, because that's how you progress. You don't progress by continuously beating the same person over and over again. So it is a good way to make money. Let's see what you're driving. Ooh, another sedan. Cool. This one's driving the oh gosh, is this the I think that's the Nissan Gloria. Oh boy. Come on. So it's got quite a bit of power, that one. Around 280 horsepower stock. But it is going to be a very heavy, not very nimble vehicle. Unless they've had quite a bit of modifications done to the suspension. And also to reduce the weight. Right now we're actually doing really, really good here. Gradually get onto the brakes. Tippy tap just a little bit. Don't want to lock up the brakes. Alright, they're pretty close behind. We need to keep pushing. There we go. Oh wow, over $1,000. Funny thing with the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games, I don't want to go that way, is for the Western markets, they divided the credits, and basically Tokyo Xtreme Racer 1, the original, 0, the sequel, and 3, the third in the game. They changed the credit amounts to basically make it like dollars, even if it's set in Japan. But in Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3, there is a racer called Windy Fanfare that requires you to have more money than the actual limit the game has. And so because of that, afterwards they kept it only in yen. They kept the credits only in yen versions. The rolling guys. They're in every single game, every single Tokyo Xtreme Racer game, and it's always fun going up against them because they always drive the beautiful little Hachirokus, and they're boss. The rest of them aren't too quick, but their leader is pretty fast. Yes, this game franchise. I love the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games. It's definitely a very underrated franchise. Very, very fun. Although I should probably upgrade the suspension and tires just a little bit, because right now I am not gripping the road at all. I am understeering like a madman in every single corner. And I think I should probably stiffen up the rear just a little bit, but before that I need some suspension upgrades. Right now though, we're just trying to get some money. We do have a little bit more power though, which is nice. We can finally reach like 130, 135 on some of the faster parts of the C1 loop, but we should definitely focus on getting a little bit of suspension modifications and some chassis modifications. Ooh, okay. Integra Type R. Alright, so they got front wheel drive. They're a little bit nimble. They got about the same amount of horsepower stock as we do, but they're naturally aspirated. Oh wow, okay, game set of me in the wall. Not a great start, but we'll have to keep pushing. Let's try to get back up in front of the DC2, the Integra. Oh boy. Come on. There we go, they hit the brakes pretty hard there. Slowing down quite a bit for that turn. Thankfully, in pretty much all of the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games, the AI is not all that quick on the C1 loop. They definitely don't know how to kind of cut the corners. And a lot of times they do get caught up on the center dividers at on the eastern section of the loop. So that's a good way to kind of take take some of the bosses down and everything. Why does the beat playing sound like Night of Fire? I'm not too sure. The Tokyo Xtreme Racer games do have some really good, and thankfully non-licensed music as well. I double checked that, so I can actually play the music in a racing game here, which is super nice. One of the first few times on stream I can do that. But it has a good variety of music, good mixes. I mean, it's mostly like, you know, Eurobeat and stuff. So it's a lot of that type of thing. That's the Tina's remix in GTA. Yes, that was in the Tuners DLC. That's very fun. But yeah, no, the people that made this, Genki, they are a Japanese developer. So you occasionally see some translation errors and stuff like that, or like some really weird, you know, syntax in some of the sentences. Due to the fact that, you know, it's the late 90s, early 2000s when a lot of these games were made, and, you know, translation software wasn't exactly the best. So you do get a little bit of that kind of like blind idiot translation. But I mean, that doesn't detract from the fact that the racing itself is still really fun. But yeah, no, this is really good. I got one more blue to take down. So far, so good. We do have quite a bit of money as well, so this should be enough for some suspension and body reinforcement upgrades, which will help when cornering. And then afterwards, we need to save up to around like 8,000 credits for the soft tires on the front and rear. Get those high grip tires. In later games, I'm not too sure about this one, but in later games, you unlock performance upgrades as you progress through the career mode. But I'm not sure if this game also lets you unlock upgrades that way, or if everything is unlocked from the start and you just need to gradually get more money for it. We're gonna get some very high speeds though on the straights. Alright, another team, Max Racing. Very cool, very cool. So we're gradually getting more and more racers taken down, gradually eating away at some of the teams. Oh, you're going really slow on the inside there. You kind of make me run wide. You do have quite a bit of speed in the straights. Does the game have tire wear? I'm not too sure if the first game does. I know all subsequent games do have tire wear and performance, engine performance degradation. But I'm not too sure if the first game has it. This is my first time, with the exception of a dry run I did last night. This is literally my first time playing it. Of the Dreamcast version. But in Tokyo Xtreme Racer 0, as well as Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3, both of them do have your engine does lose power throughout the night, and your tires do gradually wear out as well. So in that regards, that is something that you need to watch. But right now, I haven't really felt too much difference between just starting out. That is a lot of money! Oh my word. That is so much money. Oh, sweet. That should be more than enough. More than enough to get some upgrades. I don't want settings. Go back. We already got suspension stage 1. Really? Okay. Soft tires with infinite durability. Dream coming true. It seems that way, right? Reinforced chassis to increase stiffness, eliminate unnecessary parts to decrease weight. Let's get that in there. Is there a Supra? There is indeed a Supra. Well, I mean, a fictionalized version of a Supra. But it is a very expensive car. It's definitely a later game vehicle. We only started with $25,000 to start with, and the Supra cost around like $40,000, $45,000, somewhere in that range. So it is something we need to kind of, you know, watch out for and everything. But you do eventually want to kind of change your car as well. But yeah, like I can show you. Hang on, not the garage, the shop. There we go. I can show you basically the cars that the game starts out with. The two Hachirokus, the SW20 MR2, JZ80 Supra, the Lexus IS300, Toyota Chaser, S13, S14, the 180SX, Skyline GTR, Skyline GTR, Z32Z, Nissan Cedric, Nissan Gloria, Civic Type R, Integra Type R. I think this is actually, because it has a black roof, this might actually be an NSX Type R, because it has the black roof on it. It's sad the newest Need for Speed wouldn't have a Supra. It's weird that Toyota really doesn't. It's like Toyota, if you looked at the trailer for the new the Crew Motorfest, there's a Supra in that as well. So I think Toyota's kind of like stopped doing their like license and exclusivity deal. But for some reason, Need for Speed, EA has not been able to get the license for Toyota, a lot of Toyota vehicles, which is very strange. It's a little bit ironic as well too, though, because you have the you know, back in the early 2000s, EA was the reason a lot of other games couldn't get the licenses for certain car manufacturers like Ferrari or Porsche, and now the shoe is on the other foot. And now it's EA that's like, guys, we can't get the license for this vehicle. They don't want to be in the game. Okay, this is a little bit better. It's still a little bit understeery. Toyota thinks Need for Speed is cringe. I mean, I've seen a little bit of the gameplay in the story of Unbound. I mean, it's not the greatest. I still love the old Need for Speeds though, but some of the newer Need for Speed games are a little bit not that great. They're a little bit kind of mediocre. I'm hoping Criterion kind of really takes a good look at what the fans actually want, what actually worked in the older games. Hint, hint, it was the vehicle handling. I hope they kind of ditched completely the break the drift mess. Oh, that's a car. They changed lanes on me. When do you need a license to have a 20+ euro car in the game? Oh, I mean, it's still the intellectual property of Toyota. Like, intellectual property laws. Intellectual property goes for a very, very, very long time. At least in the U.S. I'm not sure in other countries, but at least in the U.S. And so to even have a vehicle, you know, the licensed vehicle and everything, you do need to have a you know, the license for it. And certain manufacturers want people to pay a premium for those licenses. And it's, can you stop brake checking me, buddy? And it's very, it's very interesting. I mean, it's double-edged sword because, you know, you created a thing, you want to make sure you get money from it and all that stuff. But on the other hand, it definitely makes it very difficult for creators and other people to kind of use some of that in their works as well. So it's tricky. A big Japanese input car nerd, and is there anything else Japanese input racing games besides Tokyo Xtreme Racer? Tokyo Xtreme Racer is definitely the big one, where that is featured in Japan. Other racing games that do feature Japanese input cars, though, for the PS2 era, that I would recommend is probably, I mean, outside of the Need for Speed, you do have Juice. The first Juice is pretty good. You have a good mix of American muscle cars, Japanese imports, European tuners, and all that stuff in there. It's a decent game. It's probably a good mix of, the best way to describe it is a mix of Need for Speed Underground, Need for Speed Carbon, and Need for Speed Pro Street. Whoa! That's new. Okay, note to self, try not to cut that corner on the Kasumiga Senki tunnel. Oh my word, that just completely launched me to the outside wall. But Juice is a good one. What are some other solid ones? Enthusiast, while it's more so like closer to a racing sim, you do have a lot of like the Japanese, unmodified Japanese imports in it. And you get some really obscure stuff like the ASL Garaya, the Tommy Kaira, ZZS. You know, you get some of your Japanese performance sedans and everything. And there's a big selection of JDM vehicles there. I mean, you do get a couple of Nismo tuned cars too, but that one doesn't have any like visual customization. I have to look at what some of the other ones are. But the big one though I'd recommend is the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games. Especially the drift ones. The drift ones are better than the regular mainline games because those ones you have a much wider variety of vehicles that are competitive. In the end game of the Tokyo Xtreme Racer game highway games, there's a much smaller selection of vehicles that can be really competitive, and most of those are basically the big Japanese tuner cars that have 280 horsepower and stuff that have been modified to high hell and back and have engine swaps and all of that stuff. Whereas in Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift, with a good amount of tuning, you know, even your starter car can be reasonably competitive against much faster vehicles because you're on the tighter technical, you know, toge tracks. There's a whole solo ASIC Raki podcast in Unbound. Oh, that's so cringe. It kind of reeks of, how do you do, fellow kids? Like, that's why usually, for the most part, I'm kind of against, unless they have a direct like relationship to, you know, the culture being showcased. You know, like Ken Block or whoever else in a racing game. Or, you know, let's say you have, you know, various, you know, guitarists or singers or bassists or drummers kind of showing up in, you know, Guitar Hero or whatever. Having just random celebrities kind of show up in, like, different games and everything. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that because it basically kind of, at best, you basically get, like, you know, a super, you know, PR friendly, super clean, squeaky you know, the get my good side version of the celebrity as opposed to like an actual character. And you gotta kind of put up with them kind of being like, well, I'm a real human too. You know, I make mistakes, I go through hard times and everything. And it's not that they don't do that, I fully believe that, but like, you know, it's basically celebrities trying to be relatable to like regular people that play those games, and it's just kind of cringe. Whereas at the very least, if they're like an actual celebrity, yeah, like the icons in 2015 are Von Gang Jr. and Shifty, like those, they have an actual relationship to, you know, what they're representing. You know, Magnus Walker's a big Porsche collector. You know, he's super knowledgeable. Like he is a big. He's basically kind of like the British Jay Leno, but for Porsches. You have, you know, Nakai-san, the literal creator of the Raw Grip body kits, RWB body kits and everything. You know, you have the, you know, street racing crews, Cannon Block and everything. Like, you have people that actually have like a say in, you know, and are kind of, you know, famous within that niche. So it kind of makes sense for the people, you know, the people in you know, in the game and in the know to be like, oh my gosh, it's so and so and everything. Plus, then they have stuff to actually contribute to the story. You know, like Von Gang Jr. was kind of like your agent and like your racing coach and everything through Need for Speed Shift to Unleashed, because he's a literal professional racing driver. He ironically he's a Maryland native like myself. He's from Baltimore. So I do have a soft spot for Von Gang Jr. Am I gonna get the Crew Motorfest? Yes, probably. Maybe not right after release, but pretty shortly after release. I'm definitely gonna be trying to get it. It looks really cool. Isn't Ken Block in an Need for Speed game? He's in a couple of them actually. He's in 2015. 2015 is the big one that featured him, because he was the style icon there, and that one was really cool. But if memory serves me correctly, I believe some of his vehicles, he was also featured in the mobile game Need for Speed No Limits as well. So in that regards, I think he's in a couple of different Need for Speed games. Ken Block, yeah, no, it's unfortunate what happened with him. You know, it's very sad. And don't forget Ken Block is in Dirt 2. And a lot of his cars with their liveries are in Dirt 3 as well. Like I said, he did have a big impact on, you know, motorsport, big impact on like the racing games as well. Like he always seemed to be kind of like, you know, really enjoying, you know, kind of getting more people into cars and into motorsport and everything. And he was basically just like, I'm doing it for the fun of it. And don't necessarily care if I would or not. I just wanna have fun, which is a really cool kind of like, you know, mentality to have as well. You know, he did a lot for motorsport. I do hope his family, you know, is, you know, finding peace and everything. We got one other person way up there, but we can kind of ignore them for right now. We do have enough money to get some grippier tires. So let's do it. Let's see. Alright, let's buy the super grippy wheels. That's the meme of Lightning McQueen meeting up with the 12-year-old 20-year-old. Ouch. Yeah, you need those historic tags before you do anything interesting with them. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, it's $1,000 to change the color of your car. Oh gosh. Yeah, no, that's gonna be for much later. $1,000 just to change. I think pro drivers should stay clear from snow sports. Schumacher also had the skiing incident. Oh my gosh. I mean, snow sports in general, people people kind of underestimate just how dangerous they are. Like, you're in a very low grip surface in the mountains, oftentimes very, very far away from help. So if something goes wrong, something goes very, very wrong. And it's statistically, you do have a very high chance of, you know, getting injured or worse, and even regular people. But oftentimes, a lot of like the motorsports people, a lot of like, you know, a lot of pro races and stuff like that. They kind of, you know, you don't become a professional racing driver without, you know, having some level of, you know, being an adrenaline junkie and everything. So you kind of would also take more and more risks, and you're so used to having, you know, the complete control behind the wheel of a car that when you're doing something different, you know, you may sometimes overestimate your abilities as well, and it makes it very, very difficult. Hello, Midnight. Hope you're doing well today. Remember when Tokyo, when they convinced us the Michael was the stick? Yes. If I remember correctly, that's because the Ferrari XX that they were driving on the test track, that could only be driven by like either, you know, a Ferrari Formula 1 driver or someone that owned the Ferrari FXX. And so basically for that, they had to get, you know, Michael Schumacher to kind of replace the Stig for that one event, just to get a time of the FXX down. And oh my gosh, this NSX is quick. Holy moly. Kansai Driftu. NBA Finals Game 5 is on right now. Oh, cool. That's nice. Wait, that is straight up Night of Fire. I thought the vocal was. Probably. It definitely wouldn't surprise me. It definitely wouldn't surprise me if they used if they use kind of like the more some of the Eurobeat songs, but just remove the vocals just to kind of get around the some of the other issues, you know, the licensing issues and everything. Or at the very least, if it wasn't at least inspired by Night of Fire. That drift deserved to win. Thank you. But unfortunately, this style doesn't matter on the highway. Only speed does. And that NSX is really quick. It had a lot of power there. GG in that regards there, Speedbox NSX. Yeah, big initial D vibes. This is Denver's chance to finish the series, but right now Miami is winning. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, it's very... I mean, I'm not sure who to root for in that regards. Both of them are really, you know, very... Would make really cool, you know, stories if they won. Honda Civic. Yeah, we were up against the Civic. We kind of gotten to the point where some of the lower level Civics we can pretty much easily beat. Our car is roughly around like the stage 1 area. It's mildly tuned. We need to gradually get some more upgrades so we can get the car a little bit quicker. What do you hear? Alright, that's the Nissan Gloria. This one shouldn't be too difficult because it's gonna be a heavier sedan on a tighter C1 loop. I don't think it's gonna be too difficult. It's gonna be very tricky to pass. But you know, the Honda Civics in general are very popular cars in the early 2000s, both in the US and in Japan as well. Very popular cars for street racing. Oftentimes on some of the tighter Kanjo highways, like the C1 loop or the K1 loop in Nagoya, or I forget what loop it is in Osaka, but like in those shorter loops, you would see quite a bit of like the Honda Civics being used in the street racing because they're, you know, it's cheaper power, but they're still lightweight, maneuverable, and everything, so they can do really good, really well now, and then the corners as well. And with them being sub 2-liter cars, they're cheaper to own because they have less road tax as well, plus a whole bunch of like modifications available for them. So they're basically like the poor man's, you know, the poor man's street racing car and everything. What if NBA had rivalry storylines like WWE? I'm not too sure. I mean, I kind of enjoy like the rivalries happening like naturally though. I think that's like the more fun aspect is when, you know, the rivalries themselves aren't necessarily forced, and it basically is just, you know, hey, this team and this team always have like, you know, bad blood going up against each other. This should be a very interesting thing to see. Because if you try to force it, you sometimes risk, you know, making it feel, you know, manufactured, and then, you know, the players may not, you know, always like that as well. Because some players on teams may be genuine friends, but, you know, they'll need to keep up the facade of, you know, the rivalries and stuff like that. I want Denver to win because Jokic deserved the MVP award. But Embiid would, so I'm gonna be hilarious if Jokic won Finals MVP. That'd be cool. That'd be kind of cool though. He gets the redemption. He gets the redemption. He gets the different MVP award. I got one other race that we haven't raced yet tonight. Let's go see. Yeah, the car is definitely a lot better handling with the soft tires on it. It's a little bit more maneuverable. I do want to stiffen up the suspension just a little bit, because right now it's a little bit squishy. So the next thing we're gonna upgrade is probably gonna be go to a stage 2 suspension upgrade. I think that'd be really good. I love that an F1 Williams may not be competitive, had the biggest just happen to be here energy in the paddocks. Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing and a curse. I'm young enough to remember when Williams was like really competitive, and was like, you know, in the fight for like, you know, in the points consistently in the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm not young enough to fully remember Hill's championship, but it is, you know, it is very at the very least, I definitely remember them being competitive. So it feels really bad to have them be, you know, in the back of the pack and everything. And oh, okay, so this is the team leader. My last message not show up. I don't think so. Hang on a sec. After this race, I'll have to adjust this chat settings to see where it is. The FW13 Vigo Burr. Oh my gosh, such a beautiful car as well. Yeah, Williams in the 80s and 90s was like top tier. You know, I want that Williams back again. That was really good. Rolling Good #1, good name. Yeah, he's the team leader of the rolling guy. Team leader of rolling guy. So he is the #1 driver. I played Kanjo Zoku, and it's not a good JDM car game. It's the worst JDM game I played. Oh, that's unfortunate. I saw it on Steam, and I've seen it go on sale a couple times, and I've always been kind of like tempted to maybe like give it a try when it's on sale for like less than $1. Because at that point, you know, it's literally, you know, a couple cents. But if it's bad, I don't necessarily want that. All right, let's keep racing. Do we have anyone else we can go up against? No, we don't. Okay, cool. We at least have some money though. Oh, okay. I'm not sure why that didn't pop up. I can see your message now. Yeah, he had it stolen from because of terrible media narrative. Yeah, it's always unfortunate though, because like the media, oftentimes they don't always have, you know, they want good stories. They want people to watch them and everything. So sometimes they'll say stupid or controversial stuff just to get a rise out of people, just to get people to like, you know. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, good. That's enough for at least stage 2. Alright, so we can at least go to settings now. One year I saw the rarest I've ever seen, this Toyota Starlet GT Turbo. Oh, the Starlets. The Starlets are really, really cool cars. I quite like the Starlets. We don't really get them in the States, but those things are really cool. They're actually in the some of the Tokyo Xtreme Racer drift games as well, which is really nice. So you do get a little bit of those. You do get a lot of like the JDM, like the more obscure JDM cars and stuff, like the Nissan Primera, you know, the Toyota Starlets, you know, the Nissan hard body trucks, the Nissan Sunnies, you know, a whole bunch of like the JDMK cars, like the AZ1, the Cappuccino, the Hatsukopin, all of that stuff that you don't really get in a whole lot of other like tuning racing games, and you can, like, you know, oftentimes they're not super competitive, but they're still really fun to drive because that's one of the few games you get to actually drive them in and everything. All right, another heavy sedan. Max Racing only really races sedans. So for the most part, as long as you can get past them on the twisty bits, you should be fine. King of Fighters is a good fighting game. Favorite to play is my Shirashi. Oh, nice. Yeah, I used to do more fighting games when I was a bit younger before I had a bicycle accident that damaged my hand quite a bit. And so I'm very much not good at fighting games anymore, partially because I had to take some time to recover, and then also afterwards, I just lost a little bit of dexterity in my hands. And it's, oh my gosh, it's very unfortunate. But I still kind of keep up with some of like the Street Fighter. Like, I've been watching a little bit like the Street Fighter 6 playthroughs and everything, and oh my gosh, the characters look absolutely gorgeous. The fighting looks really good as well. It looks like a lot of fun, but it's just not something I am no longer good at that, and it would take a large amount of work to get even remotely competitive. Cappuccino's name is longer than his wheelbase. Oh, you're telling me. Those I love the little Japanese K sports cars. Those are so good. I'd love to get one input to the States, but I need a place to store it. That way, no one, like, you know, damages, you know, Maryland weather doesn't damage it and everything. Yeah, the Suzuki Cappuccino weighs only like 700 kilograms. Like, it's super lightweight, super tiny. It's basically a smaller NB generation Miata. I see the American Chevy trucks in this game. You do? Usually most of these vehicles are based off of like other Japanese cars and everything. Like that's the Toyota Hiace there with the van. But it'd be kind of cool if there was like American vehicles here. I know Tokyo Xtreme Racer 0, the second in the series, had some. Oh yeah, that kind of does look like almost like a. It kind of almost looks like a the GMC version of the Chevy Colorado, a little bit. Yeah, good eye, good catch on that one. Maybe they just want to, you know, some generic pickup truck and they to pick that one. Maybe that's Japan is having a big American car boom. All right, we're getting a whole bunch of the fine drive drivers here. All of them drive different Silvias, from the S13 all the way up to the S15, and they're pretty quick. I do like racing against them because they have their AI is designed to race, you know, super clean. Like, they don't weave, they don't try to block you and everything, but they're still quite quick in the twisties. Yeah, on the twistier sections, of course. So it is very fun to race against them because they'll provide a good, semi-difficult, clean race against you, which is really fun. The red traffic truck looks like a serious Silverado for me. Yeah, it definitely looks like a GM, you know, truck, which is kind of cool actually. I mean, the Japanese see muscle cars when they say when we see JDM cars. That's true. I do wonder how much of like the different I do wonder how much different like countries and everything you know have like this like almost like fanatical like super devoted, you know, fan base to vehicles not of that country and everything, to like the different foreign cars and what other people's perception of them is in that country. So I know in the States, like, you know, some people that like, you know, really like the JDM cars, a lot of times they're like, muscle car can't turn, European car reliability. Whereas, you know, American car, you know, enthusiasts are like, Japanese car, no torque, European car, no torque plus no reliability. And then European car guys are like, American car people, Japanese car people are poor. I love all cars though. Lowriders are really popular in Japan. They're called Chicano. Oh, nice. I know with the super high displacement V8s on those vehicles, the road tax on them, unless there's something that makes it so they don't have to pay road tax based on displacement for like historic vehicles. I'd imagine road tax is like really expensive for those big V8 powered, you know, American lowriders, unless they get them with the inline 6 versions instead. What do I say is my dream car? That is a tough question. I'd say one dream car I have, because there's definitely a few of them. One vehicle that's on the dream car list is probably the Toyota 2000 GT. I really like the 2000 GT. Oh, come on, big push. There we go, hold it. Let's get past this. Outside of the 2000 GT, probably a good runner-up would probably be the Ferrari 550 Barchetta and the Aston Martin DB9. Both definitely up there on incredibly beautiful cars that I would very much love to own. Oh, come on, don't do that game. No. Ouch. Mine's a 240Z. I mean, that is a very nice car as well. All right, I want a rematch. Heard a while back about a company doing 2000 GT replicas with a super drivetrain. That'd be really cool. Oh my gosh. The full, you know, you get the 2JZ experience and everything, but you get the classic, you know, the classic 2000 GT looks and everything. Oh my gosh, the amount of power that car will make though is absolutely amazing. Let's bump you a little bit. Let's push you a little bit wide. I've been in lowride and the spring snapped and the other one went up. Oh wow. Yeah, the lowriders. There's a lot of mechanical complexity needed for those vehicles. You do need quite a bit of engineering and mechanical skill sets. Getting the vehicle not only to be durable enough to, you know, hop and, you know, ride on like the different, you know, 3 wheels and everything like that and kind of move around. But then also just to, you know, make it pretty as well. Like lowriders, they're very much an art form. I wish you got them more on the East Coast, because right now they're primarily a West Coast and Southwest thing. Here on the East Coast, we more so get the what's known as donks, which are basically the wheels with the vehicles with that have been lifted up with the huge wheels and the super thin tires. And those are more so like Eastern like in the southeastern U.S., like in like Atlanta and everything. But those are really cool too. But I out of the two, I prefer lowriders out of the two of them. All right, what else can we get now? Can we get some more? Oh, good. Racing transmission. That's what we needed. We should probably get some more. Oh, okay. This one we can just constantly. This one we don't need to have the I did get tires. I got the full high grip. I got the full high grip tires and everything. So here we can get some. Yeah, let's buy the high RPM muffler. So that doesn't need stages, but the engine, suspension, drivetrain, and chassis, all of them need different stages. So you have to kind of upgrade them one at a time. As you can see here, I can't purchase this one, but we can definitely purchase this one. All about the Cosmo rims. Yeah, the Cosmo rims are really cool. I definitely like the 5-star. Very subtle, very simplistic, but still very, very nice. All right, so now we have settings. We can actually change. We're gonna adjust the gear ratio a little bit. Get a little bit more acceleration out of the car. Because right now we're only really racing on the C1 loop. So we have to make sure that we don't gotta make sure that, you know, we don't get too sluggish out of the corners. Plus, also we want to make sure we keep our RPMs high because of the new exhaust system. On GTA, all the cars have the Cosmo rims. Ah, nice. On GTA, when I was doing GTA and stuff like that, back when I was doing more of the online, a lot of my vehicles probably either the because most of my vehicles in GTA 5 were like the muscle cars and like different lowriders and all of that stuff. Just because I love my classic cars and everything. So a lot of them had like either muscle or lowrider rims to suit, you know, the build and everything. But then for the tuner cars, they'd have a good mix of the sports, the tuner, or the street rims. Okay, that's new. Right. Okay, so that is a consistently replicable bug. I was able to do that twice. That is definitely, wow. Okay. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna have to make sure I really avoid that. I've gotten so used to the other Tokyo Xtreme Racer games of cutting that corner, you know, super tight, so you can get a better launch out of that. Where you kind of just, you know, ever so slightly rub the wall on the inside. You can't do that in this game. The game very much does not let you do that. It gets really angry at you. So that's whew. That's definitely something I need to watch out for. Alright, we have a little ways towards the next rival. But let's hunt them down. Let's see what we got here. I'm surprised we haven't gotten anywhere close to unlocking the next stage yet, though. Wonder how they can make this in arcade cabinets. I'm not sure how well wheel and pedals would work. But if you had an actual like physical arcade cabinet, like shell, you could probably run the emulator off of something like a Raspberry Pi, I think. You know, have a screen, have the Raspberry Pi connected to the screen on the arcade cabinet, But you would definitely need, you definitely need to kind of adapt the, the gas and the brake to, the basically you'd have to put the triggers of the, you basically have to make the emulator think that the triggers of the controller were the gas and the brakes, or you have to make the sorry, let me switch that around. You'd have to make the emulator think that the gas and the brake were the left and the right triggers on the controller. You definitely need a button for flashing the headlights. And then you'd probably need, I don't know how well a wheel would translate to a joystick, but that could be a potential as well, maybe. And then you need 4 directional buttons for navigating the menus. There we go. Overtaking and braking. This driver, their name, they are living up to the name though. Sports car killer. They're very, very fast today on the C1 loop. Come on, be nice to me, game. Give me a little bit more money. We're gradually upgrading a little S13. It's not a bad little vehicle. Getting faster and faster is all very nice. But yeah, no, it is very Japanese Hellcat. I mean, that basically was the equivalent of Japanese Hellcats. A lot of those high-end Japanese VIP style vehicles. Those vehicles are very high power, high torque, but heavy weight as well. And oftentimes they'll have the engines from the Nissan R30, the Nissan Skyline GTR, or the 2JZ from the Supra in them. So they're basically like a Supra in a tuxedo. It's probably the best way to describe them. So they are very, very quick, but also very luxurious and very stylish. Wait, comment of the Red Suns. Nice, nice, nice. I prefer to be a little bit more of a freelance racer. Kind of doing my own thing. That being said, though, it would be kind of cool to kind of join up a racing team and everything. Maybe do join up for a racing team for some racing championship or something. That'd be fun, actually. I have to see if there's any teams, any teams I could potentially join for that. That'd be fun. I'd have to move the Need for Speed streams to a slightly different day of the week. But then the Saturdays would be Sette Corsa Competizione or something. Oh gosh, easy there. And there actually was a guy that raced in Akage that I was just booked from other locals. Enjoyed the weights, the FCRX7. It is a very... I mean, the FC is just such a good vehicle. It's lightweight, it's got a good amount of power. It's very nimble, great suspension as well. I definitely, the FC is definitely up there in a, very pretty, very gorgeous vehicle that I love to own. There's an Altima with a 400Z engine called a Bakaneko. Bakaneko. Ah, yeah, the little big Altima energy there. Swapping a 400Z engine into an Altima. Trying to start my own street racing game, GT Online, but I'm not sure. It's difficult trying to get a crew going and everything. You need a big, It's very difficult getting a crew going and everything. You definitely need to kind of, get people behind you and everything. Oftentimes it's easier to try to search for a crew and join them, as opposed to trying to start one from scratch yourself. But then it's tricky. The best thing to do is maybe try to find an online community that does the car shows and stuff like that, and find people that are like-minded with you and everything, that want to do more of the street racing type of stuff. Man, there needs to be a new Midnight Club game though. Like GTA is fun and all, but I definitely want the Midnight Club. I definitely want more of the Midnight Club experience. That'd be really, really fun. Oh boy. Alright, we have traffic on both sides. Come on. Gotta get past you. Alright, there's a car on the left side, so we're gonna need to cut to the right. There we go. Those center dividers, though, those are the tricky parts of the C1 loop. Because it's very easy to get caught up behind traffic cars on one or the other side if you're not too careful. I mean, yeah, if you're not careful enough. Very, very easy to get slowed down there. And you get slowed down for quite a while if that happens. Very easy for opponents to catch you up to that section. But on the other hand, it's very easy for opponents to kind of have issues there. Midnight Club LA is still online, but only in Xbox. Yeah, I saw that. Cause I'm on the Midnight Club Discord server, and it's really cool. Unfortunately, I'm only like really a PlayStation and PC gamer, so I don't really have a whole lot of knowledge of the Xbox stuff. And I don't currently have the means for getting a new Xbox and everything. But oh my gosh, the fact that they have an online system working for that is very cool. I'm hoping someday someone finds a way to get the online working for the PS3 version, because that'd be really fun. Or even better, I'd love an actual just new Midnight Club game. Because Midnight Club LA is well over a decade old. It is time for a new one. Alright, let's get a little bit of upgrades there. What's the highest stage anyway? Stage 5. Okay. Fun. Probably changed a little bit of the front bumpers as well. Although a lot of these don't look all that great. Probably the Type 1 looks the best. Side skirts. Oh yeah, there we go. And let's get the rear bumper as well. Yeah, just get a standard Type 1 body kit all around. There we go. Do we have enough for any spoiler? We do. Oh gosh, most of these... This is definitely a product of its time. Most of these aren't all that great looking. There we go. Our car is a little bit fancy, little bit racy. It doesn't affect performance at all, but it is still kind of nice to kind of get your car a little bit more of the street racing credibility. Especially because we do have a decent amount of money and everything. Now we don't have anything, but we should be able to gradually getting some more money now. Now that we're beginning to race some more of the trickier opponents. And we're getting really close to going up against some more of the team leaders and everything. Like, we gotta be getting really close. The Type 3, yeah, the Type 3 aero kits are very ricey. Very sus. I was 9 years old when Midnight Club LA came out. Yeah, I remember playing Midnight Club LA, like, in my early high school years. And it was so much fun. I remember doing, like, a lot of the drifting down by, like, the Santa Monica Pier and everything. I had this beautiful cherry red 350Z convertible that was super fun to just slide around and everything. And oh my gosh, I just miss the Midnight Club games. Like, I've been playing through a lot of them now recently again. I'm gonna be doing Midnight Club 3 tomorrow, and it's just, oh my gosh, the nostalgia. We need more Midnight Club. Like, I enjoy Red Dead Redemption, and I really like the GTA series, but the Midnight Club franchise has always been my favorite of the Rockstar games, stuff. Because it's pure, unabashed, it's only car culture, which is nice. And you kind of get a little bit of like little hints of like Midnight Club here and there in some of the GTA Online DLCs, but it's not the same. It is definitely not the same. Oh, hello there. That's another fine drive. Oh no, that's an Elegant Wild one. Midnight Club there's a lot of copyrighted music. Yeah, I'm gonna be turning the music off on that one, and having the standard BGM in the background. Because all of the songs in Midnight Club 3 are copyright, which is a shame because the soundtrack is a banger. Like nine out of 10 songs on there are absolutely great. I'm not the biggest fan of some of the electronica they have, but otherwise, like it's definitely very solid. But oh my gosh, the Midnight Club 3 is just a really good game. I love the sheer amount of vehicle customization in that one. All the different cars, all the different upgrades you can do with them. You can really kind of turn it into your own and everything. And even today, like you can still make the vehicles look nice. Like some of the upgrades haven't aged well, but you can still make a decent looking vehicle. Especially with a lot of the muscle cars, you can still make them look really decent. But it's quite good. I want a new Midnight Club, even if they have to destroy the online, like GTA Online, to make it happen. Yeah, like oh my gosh, I definitely want a new Midnight Club. Like even if they have to have an online mode similar to GTA Online with the drip feed and the microtransaction focused economy and everything. Like I would still prefer that to like not getting anything at all. And Midnight Club is one of those few games. One of those few racing games that I think having a games as a service could potentially work. Because you already have the creator. You can kind of pull the creator from like GTA Online and everything. The race creator, you can add the props from there and everything. You have the the online, everyone can jump into a race directly from the main free roam stuff from Midnight Club LA. Like you can definitely turn it into a very solid, like, almost MMO-ish, in a way, online street racing game. That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, I love a lot of the rock songs in Midnight Club 3 are really good. Ooh. Alright, this is the team leader. 300-mile Red Ruby in the SW20 MR2. We're on the side road as well. I'm not as familiar with this section of the C1 loop, because this one is the little stint that goes past Shidome. And this is how you get access to one of the Wanderer rivals in Tokyo Xtreme Racer 0, as well as Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3. The Immortal Clown shows up in this section here during certain time, during certain days. And oh man, it's very twisty. Hi, Zimmeritsu. Yeah, it's a very... Yeah, they're keeping pace. They're keeping pace. It's a quick MR2, I'll give them that. Midnight Online would be GTA Online without the Impressive Mark II. And I mean, without the guns and everything like that. Sometimes you just want a street race without someone riddling you with, hundreds of holes and everything. Oh! That was a close one. Oh. Oh gosh. Okay. We're up against a boss already. Cool, Devil Driver. You become a wanderer on later games. But you're a tricky one. You're fast in an S15. Oh please. That car may have completely ruined our race. AI needs to stop trying to cut in front of us. I'm going like full tryhard mode, so I may not really see the chat right just this second. I'll catch up with that after this race, but right now I'm trying to carry as much speed through these corners as possible. But they are, oh my word, they are gone. Yeah, that's the thing though, the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games are famous for having very hard bosses. Very tricky opponents. In true Japanese game. In true Japanese game fashion, the bosses are near impossible. Shh, I forgot about that. GG Grim Reaper. Ah. Initial D, Grim Reaper, Arthur 2 at home. I mean, they completely, we got a scythe to the heart there. Oh my gosh, that was a tricky one. I'm gonna ask my girlfriend if she can name her kid Kai. That is entirely up to your girlfriend in that regards. All right, what can we do? Probably gonna upgrade the suspension a bit more. Wheel height, damping power, and spring right. Yeah, let's upgrade you. We can go to settings here. Clearance. Let's lower you just a little bit. And we're gonna stiffen you just a little bit. There we go. Just because the car itself doesn't really have a whole lot of maneuverability, it's still kind of sluggish in the corners. I want something that's a little bit twitchier, maybe. Little bit grippier. Maybe a step dead kind of. Nice. I mean, it's a big responsibility, but I do wish you the best of luck in that regards. Yes, I mean, being a dad of any kind, it's definitely, you know, it's a full-time job. So I do wish you the best of luck. But that's really cool though. All right, we got the DC2 Integra here. I wonder if we'll have to keep dealing with the Grim Reaper challenging us after every single race now. So I know we are not nearly fast enough for that. Alright, come on, give me a little bit of speed. Pretty soon we should be able to have the rest of the highway begin to open up, since we're beginning to go up against some of the bosses. There we go. Oh yeah, the car definitely handles a little bit better now. Maybe. Alright. It's still a little bit sus. Handling isn't 100% there, but it's a little bit better. I'm not, you know, understeering in every single corner, which is good. I do wish it would allow you to adjust the front and rear shocks separately, so you can stiffen up the rears just a little bit to get a little bit of more oversteer. But otherwise, it's not bad. All right, so we're not up against the boss just yet. Cool. Okay. So now in Tokyo Xtreme Racer 0, basically, if you lose to a boss, as soon as you win the next race, the boss challenges you again. And it's a real easy way to completely tank your win ratio. So this is definitely a lot better. Alright, S13 versus S14. We should be getting pretty close to taking down all of the Fine Drive team as well. Which is nice. Maybe. Come on, give me some speed through here. Gradually get onto the brakes, tippy tap. Okay, yeah, the car is still a little bit sluggish, but it's not too bad. It could definitely be a lot worse. Like, this is definitely very nice. There we go. Easy win. Nice. There we go. That is what we needed. Oh, I got four more opponents. We have one person that we lost against. That can either be the one speed box driver in the NSX, so that could be the Grim Reaper. I'm hoping it's not the Grim Reaper. That could very much be the Grim Reaper. That was the Grim Reaper. It's very unfortunate. But we will challenge him regardless. Nice, we got an our gangs car here. Again, another team that only really uses the AE86. So they're a very fun one to go up against because they are very they got a lot of maneuverability, but they don't have a lot of straight line speed. So it's very cool. Very cool to keep pushing. Although this one has some decent performance. Okay. I see you. I see you there. Alright, well now they're gone. Now they're completely out of the way. Oh man, I always kind of, I'd always love to see what it, like the Tokyo Highway and Toge scene was like actually like in the early 2000s. That'd be really fun. You know, because then you have the it's just really cool to see, like, you know, what it was actually like, you know, how much people, you know, how big the actual scene was and everything. That'd be really cool. All right, now though, the games kind of give I guess a slightly over-exaggerated version of it, but it's still really fun. Yeah, well, so when I first started meeting her, and that next week she said she's pregnant. I mean, in that regards, like I said, that's you know, and like that's like quite a bit of work, but it's still, you know, really cool that, you know, you're stepping up to be a dad and everything. So I do wish you the best of luck. Oh gosh, very slidey under the brakes there. Brakes a little bit twisty. I'm not quite, like, I'm still on the weird age where, like, I'm old enough to be married, but like I'm still on the younger side for being, you know, dad and stuff. So, you know, my wife and I we're waiting a little bit, but sometime in the future, definitely planning on, you know, little ones. Should be fun. All right, diamond image. And this, I think, is the final diamond image racer. We're getting really close to beating a lot of the teams. Alright. Easy through here. Slight left-hander. Oh yeah, they're there. They got stuck behind traffic. That's good. We can really push ahead. Really keep the speed going. This is good. This is good. There we go. Easy victory. There we go. There's the diamond image. There's the diamond image racer. I like how when you go up against the regular racers, the team logo is kind of more, you know, flat. But then you go up against a team leader, and that's when the colors pop. That's when the colors are. That's a cool feature. In the other games, that doesn't happen. That's kind of nice. And in the future, I might get married. Nice. I mean, marriage is good for multiple reasons. You know, you can have you guys own a house and everything. You can have the house in each other's names and stuff, which is good for like insurance purposes. I mean, there's a lot of financial benefits to being married. Although weddings themselves can be a little bit pricey. So if you're planning on getting married, highly recommend you save up if possible. That was the Grim Reaper. I just saw that. But, you know, my wife and I, when we got married back in 2021, and near the end of the pandemic. And oh my gosh, trying to plan when the rules kept changing and everything. It was a little bit tricky. I'm gonna pull off to the side here, and I'm gonna wait for the Grim Reaper, and we're gonna challenge him again. I'm gonna wait for the Grim Reaper. I just realized we don't have a reverse button. We only have a brake and a gas. we don't have brakes. We don't have reverse. There we go. I can hear you. There you are. All right, let's try to go up against this guy again. Let's see if we can't take him down. Whew. He's a fast one though. So I'm hoping we can get him to make a mistake. Me and my wife make the traditional cake. Yeah, we did. So there was a local bakery, and we did a traditional cake there. And it was nice. It tasted really good. One thing I will say though is with weddings and everything, it's a whole lot of build up, and then like the wedding happens, you know, the reception dinner happens and everything, and then like, you know, all that happens, and then you go home, and like multiple hours have passed, and you're like, wait a second, that was it? Okay, we're married now. And it feels very surreal. Again, it takes a couple of days to really kind of kick in that, oh yeah, we're married. But it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it for a multitude of reasons. That being said, though, don't overspend. Don't overspend on, you know, like the cakes and, you know, all the super fancy stuff. You know, make it. Do what I call the Colin Chapman route. Simplify, then add lightness. Because weddings otherwise you can get very, very expensive for a singular day, and you're better off you know, saving money and spending it on like, you know, like the honeymoon and or like, you know, first house and stuff like that. Things that will last a little bit longer. There we go. Car is a little bit more powerful. Sorry about that. I drank something, and I went to speak, and I choked on my water. I had nine Coca-Colas at my sister's wedding. That's a lot. Oh yeah, man. Okay, so that's cool. It doesn't matter which direction you go, apparently. Because either way, you'll be racing against the same types of opponents. So that's cool. So we could have a good mix of directions without things going a little bit crazy. Nice. Yeah, sodas. I'm definitely trying to cut down on soda myself. There's a lot of sugar in that, so it's very easy to, you know, reach like, you know, the daily calorie limit and everything with sodas if you're not careful. But still, so most of the time throughout the day, I'm mainly trying to drink water, and I only really drink soda on, like, you know, special occasions or when I'm out with family and everything. Come on, we need to make sure. We need to make sure we beat this guy. We got a little bit more power. Did a little bit of upgrades with the turbo. Is Import Tuner Challenge a real magazine in the game? So Import Tuner was a real magazine. I believe now it kind of was, it's now under the Super Street brand of magazines, and it's basically like a sub magazine to Super Streets. But Import Tuner, it was a real magazine. And Import Tuner Challenge was a real game as well. That was the only game that Genki made for the Xbox. and it's basically the last of sort of the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games. And it was a Japanese only game as well, so they didn't have an English translation, to my knowledge anyway. I've not been able to find an English translation. All of the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games do have an English translation, and are the English translation of either the Shotoko Battle or the Kaido Battle series. But yeah, the Import Tuna Challenge was a basically the one of the last games that Genki had made that wasn't like a mobile game or something like that. Oh gosh, come on. We don't have reverse. The game literally forgot to give us reverse. There we go. But it was a real magazine. It was really popular in the early 2000s. But nowadays it's basically, like I said, it's basically a sub-brand of the Super Street series. On eBay, Input 2 Challenge, there's a lot of money on for an Xbox 360 game. Yeah, it is. Because it's, like I said, it's basically one of the last of the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games. And they didn't make a whole lot of them, so they're really rare. But it was a relatively well-received game as well, both by fans and critics. Although the car list is probably the smallest in this series as well, with a lot of big name brands and cars no longer being part of the being a part of this series. It was when Genki was starting to get into financial difficulty, and now Genki is pretty much defunct, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it was, the Tokyo Xtreme Racer series. It lives on actually as a mod for Assetto Corsa. There's the Shotoko Revival mod, and it basically restores a lot of the highways and stuff that you race on in Tokyo Xtreme Racer. But you race on it in the with the the Assetto Corsa physics. So it's basically racing sim, highway racing, and it provides quite a few tuned JDM European and American cars to race on the highways as well. Things like your Hellcats, your Ferraris, your tuned BMWs, your R34s, R33s, R32s, all of the really fun. Your your modern tuner mainstays that you potentially see racing on the streets of Japan nowadays. And a lot of them are really cool. I haven't played it myself, but I've seen quite a few other people play it, and it's really fun because they even have like traffic AI and everything. And it's quite fun because you basically can do like things where you go up against other people and everything. And you try to follow them through weave through the traffic and everything. And that's a lot of fun. But it's full-on racing sim handling, so it is more difficult than like the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games. Alright, what do we got here? Not enough money for that one. Cool, we do have enough money for you. Cool, we can adjust the final drive ratio here. This will give us a little bit more. A little bit more acceleration. There we go. Alright, and let's try to keep this up. Let's try to keep trying to win races, get a little bit more money. Because right now it's still kind of like the early game, where we're not quite fast enough to beat some of the bosses. So we're trying to get some more get it a little bit get it a little bit quicker in order to race against some of the bosses. Gonna try to get a normal Honda Civic sedan, trying to make a more Japanese look to it. I do know that for depending on the generation of the Civic, the late 90s, early 2000s Civics, they do make the Civic Type R body kits for those, which is kind of cool. Although body kits are expensive, and they don't really affect performance all that much. So if you want like actual tuner stuff, you're better off kind of saving money and working on the engine and like transmission and all the suspension and everything on the vehicle, and trying to strip the interior out as much as possible. If you want something that's for performance reasons. But if you just want something of a show, then yeah, they do make the replica Civic Type R kits for non-Type R Civics. Oh, this is unfortunate. This is so bad. No. No. Oh, we lost big time here. That's sad. Alright, so the car is a little bit... Car has failed us a little bit. We have failed the car as well. I'm not gonna take that lying down. We're gonna take you out again. Because that was very poor performance on my part. Body kits one. Yeah, a lot of body kits, so you gotta watch out because they come unpainted. So should also watch out for like painting everything as well. Figuring out when and how you're gonna paint them. Because the paint can be almost as expensive as the body kits as well. Come on, let's keep going. Get some speed going through here. We can get to 150 now. Like we're getting a little bit quicker. I do think we should probably stiffen the suspension just a little bit more, because right now the car is getting a little bit. It's still a little bit sluggish. Part of that's because we're trying to brake a little bit too late. But it's still very dicey. Very dicey through here. I like how you can hear like the turbo pressure noise as well. We have the upgraded turbo. Oh, hi there. I knew you'd show up sometime. All right, come on. Come on, we're gonna run a little bit defensive line. So I'll switch up a normal RX-7 with and put the Velside body kit. Yeah, the Velside makes some really cool kits. I'd love to see Velside kits get a little bit more love in newer, more modern racing games. There's a lot of them, along with the Abflug kits. Those kits are really cool. Like if you looked up the Abflug Supras, those kits are very nice. And like they're a little bit reminiscent, of the time and everything. They're a little bit dated, but they're still super cool. Like they really kind of change the look of the vehicle, and they make it look so sleek and like it just cuts through the air. Car, why are you doing that? Traffic vehicles are the big thing right now that's really causing me pain. Oh, the bosses. Alright, I'm not leaving until we beat this guy. Cool vibrations. Cool vibrations. Oh my gosh. Come on. How far back do I need to be to challenge you? Because I want to beat at least one of the bosses. There's only 8 bosses in the first game. Technically 9. Because you have the, well, I'm not going to spoil it. I've been spoiled, but you have technically 9 bosses in the first game. But only 8 kind of originally show up. The four divas and the four devils. And holy crap, why are you so quick? Ah! That's a cut dude, only Japanese cuts. I'd probably have a good mix. I'd probably have a good mix of like JDM, American muscle, and like European exotics and stuff. If I was, you know, a rich guy. Jeez. Okay. We need a little bit, that was dreadful. Alright, quicker steering speed, please. Brake bias less to the rear. Lower it. I'm gonna stiffen this up quite a bit more. Because right now, that was absolutely sad. We don't have enough for that, so that's fine. Oh, man. Okay. At least now the vehicle should be, you know, quicker. Should be a little bit more maneuverable. Right now, though, it's been absolutely still very sluggish, despite, you know, lowering it quite a bit. And I really want to go up against and win against the Devil Grim Reaper here. I keep wanting to call him Devil Driver because that's what the later versions of the games call him. He becomes a wanderer instead of a boss, but he still becomes a very tricky wanderer. Oh man, come on. That's the thing as well. If you play all of the games in order, you kind of see the development of like the different teams. Some teams come up from nowhere, other teams kind of fizzle a little bit and lose a little bit of power and everything. So it is really cool seeing the different, you know, how each of the teams, how the highway scene evolves throughout the 3 games. Because you can kind of read up on the racers' bios as well, and seeing what they're good at, what they're bad at, and everything, and get a little bit more insight into their life. Can't believe this is on Dreamcast. Yeah, the Dreamcast had some really good, very solid racing games on it. It also had a Metropolis Street Racer, which, if you're familiar with the Project Gotham racing games, Metropolis Street Racer was made by the same people, and it was basically the precursor to the predecessor to Project Gotham Racing. But yeah, if you want to play basically Project Gotham Racing but older, Metropolis Street Racer is the game to go for that one. Alright, come on. It still wants to understeer quite a bit. But you know, like I said, the Dreamcast is definitely a very underrated system. And the cool thing as well is with the online emulators, it's very, like, of all of the emulators I've done so far, the Red Dream, or Redream, I think is what it's actually called, is basically, it's pick up and play. Like, you don't even need to download the BIOS. The BIOS is already on it. Because Sega's a lot more lax with regards to people using the BIOSes of the old consoles and stuff. And there's a lot of good games on the Dreamcast. It's just due to the high price of it and the lack of people purchasing it. It didn't sell as well as it could have. But it was still a really cool system. It had a lot of good games on it. It's definitely very underrated. It just got kind of overshadowed by the PlayStation 1. Oh, please let me turn. Let me turn. See, the actual team leaders aren't that tricky to race against. It's literally just the bosses that are a little bit difficult. Like even the team leaders in this one, they're not that tricky. Only moderately. But the bosses in all of the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games are very, you know, hair-pullingly difficult. Just due to the fact that they are, in terms of tuning level, they are miles ahead of you in that regard. Their vehicles are much more powerful, much more difficult. Nintendo shut down the GameCube emulator. Yeah, I saw that, the Dolphin emulator. It's really unfortunate because that was the big way to kind of play a lot of the GameCube games if you didn't have a GameCube. It's a shame. I've talked with a couple other people in chat about this before. But Nintendo is sitting on an absolute goldmine of classic games. And they do really well if they decided to just, you know, release some of those older games on Steam. You know? Like, start with just the NES and the Game & Watch stuff, right? Release them for like anywhere from like $5 to $15 a game, right? And then you use that to kind of judge, you know, how well people like these games. And then from there you then, you know, begin releasing some of your other classic games as well on Steam. Because here's the thing, like not everyone has the money for a Nintendo Switch. But quite a few people have, you know, $15 to $20 for, you know, a classic game that they grew up with. And just removed it from Steam, you can still download it. Oh, okay, that's cool. Nice. I'll have to look into that then. Nintendo in general, though, gets very DMCA takedown-y whenever you mention you're emulating their games on stream. Which is why I've kind of shied away from playing a few of the Nintendo games and stuff. I kind of been holding out on that a little bit. Otherwise, I'd love to play like some of the F-Zero games on stream. But yeah. But the BIOS is hard-coded in Dolphin. It is, yeah. And they're looking for a way to kind of recreate the BIOS without it being like any Nintendo source code. Which is tricky, but it's doable. It's difficult to have a copyright on code as well. Like how much that code is yours, how much that code is just basic, you know, language. It's tricky. It's very tricky. Nintendo is very much like the Ferrari of video games. Really good products, but absolutely horrible customer service and very anti-consumer in that regards, but really good games and really good products, which is a shame. Like they could really like take the market by storm if they were a little bit more pro-consumer. But that's the nature of stubborn old Japanese companies. Sometimes they don't wanna budge, they don't wanna change, they don't wanna adapt with the times. So it's unfortunate, but not much I can do on my part. Oh boy, there we go. I got one more race up ahead. Then we can kind of continue to upgrade our vehicle just a little bit more. Enough to potentially, maybe, have a shot against the Grim Reaper. Our car is getting faster though. We are getting, you know, quicker acceleration, better top speed and everything. But yeah, it's tricky. New wrestling video games come out soon. Oh, nice. That's the thing though. A lot of sports games that have recently come out like haven't been all that good. So I'm hoping like, you know, we're kind of entering like a new era of gaming where people kind of are holding developers to a higher standard and are really kind of pushing pushing for them to continue to kind of, iterate and improve gradually. I know at the very least with the racing game genre, we're having more and more people kind of, more content creators kind of actually speaking up about, what the games used to be and everything, and how good they used to be, and why they were good as well, instead of just nostalgia. And so we're definitely getting more and more pushback against, greedy developers and greedy publishers and stuff. So hopefully that'll kind of spread throughout more gaming genres and everything. Because I mean, games are getting more expensive to make, games are getting more expensive to buy, but it seems like we're getting less and less content each time. And part of that, I think, is due to the fact that people are more so game developers are more so a little bit too over-obsessive about graphics right now, to the point where we're kind of entering the realm of diminishing returns. But yeah, no, it's very, 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 very unfortunate. The good thing about this wrestling game is it's easy to pick up and play. Oh, nice. That's good. Always good to have a game that you can kind of get other people into the series, into like the genre with and everything. So that's definitely really, really good. Ooh. There we go. Get the vehicle a little bit lighter. We have enough for a stage 4, not a stage 4 upgrade there. Oh, just barely. Not quite for maximum suspension. We can, however, get a upgraded drivetrain though. There we go. That's what we needed. Yeah, probably right around there. Oh yeah, I want to ask if you saw Metaphor Fantasia. I have not. I need to get caught up more on like my JRPGs and everything. There's definitely Alice Project Refantasy. Interesting. I've not really heard much about that. Is that related to any of like the Shin Megami Tensei or the Personas at all? I know a lot of like the Atlas games. They kind of all take place in like similar or like semi-shared universes and stuff. So it'd be really cool to kind of like, play some of the other Atlas games. Although unfortunately, Atlas is also very weird when it comes to people streaming their games. Like with the Persona games, they don't like when people stream past like certain dates and everything, which is unfortunate because I usually like trying to play through the games like to 100% completion, or at least throughout the completing the main story and everything. So to have to cut a playthrough short because Atlas doesn't want us to like doesn't want there to be spoilers or whatever for older games and everything is a little bit sad. Yeah, it's a new Atlas IMP with the same turn-based gameplay. Ooh, okay, all right. I have to check that out then. That could be really, really cool. Have you ever seen the Japanese wrestling exposition death matches? They're crazy. I've not seen the Japanese, like that type of Japanese wrestling, but I have seen some like the traditional like sumo wrestling and stuff, and those are very interesting as well. This is with other wrestling, it's more so like pinning people down. With the sumo wrestling, it's basically kind of like doing like more like chest bumps, and like trying to like push your opponent out of the ring as opposed to pinning them down. So it's kind of a very different form of like wrestling that requires very different muscles, very different mentality and everything. All right, we got another racer. I'm hoping we can soon unlock another section of the highway. Right now, we're kind of getting to the point where we're only still on the C1 loop. And granted, I might be missing something. Maybe we'll unlock it when we finally beat the Grim Reaper. But right now, the only thing the Grim Reaper is doing is killing our win-loss record. Alright, so we can easily reach 150 on the straights. We're probably gonna need to lower the gear ratio a little bit soon, put it towards a little bit more towards top speed in the near future, because right now, we're getting close to reaching the top speed on the main on the main C1 loop. So that's definitely something we need to kind of watch out for. 2, 1. All right, let's go. All right, let's make sure we don't lose this. Understeer is a pain though. Understeer is very, very unfortunate. Like no matter how much we tune the vehicle, we basically have to kind of either force a slide or kind of deal with the understeer, and it's a very, like, it could just be due to the limitations of this vehicle. And we're basically at the point where the car itself is a little bit not all that, you know. We're gonna need to try to save up for a new vehicle. At this point, you should beat all the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games. That's the plan. Yeah, is eventually I do want to go through all of the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games. I'll probably go through the highway. I might alternate between the Tokyo Xtreme Racer, the regular Tokyo Xtreme Racer games, and then the Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift games. That way we keep the gameplay fresh. So do Tokyo Xtreme Racer for the Dreamcast, then do the first Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift for the PS2, then Tokyo Xtreme Racer 0, and then Kaido Racer, which is basically the European release of the interquel between Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift 1 and Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift 2. And then finally Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift 3, Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3, and then Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift 2 to finish it off. Just to kind of have a good mix of highway racing and toge racing. Oh gosh. So that'd be kind of fun. Besides, with the Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift 1 and Tokyo Xtreme, basically Kaido Racer, their stories don't intersect with the Tokyo Xtreme Racer, the highway Tokyo Xtreme Racer games. But Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift 2, its story very much intersects with the Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3's and all the Tokyo Xtreme Racer stories. That's basically the big send off. Come on, we're gonna defend against you. We're gonna defend against you hard. We're in the one section of the C1 loop I'm actually half decent at as well. A lot of higher speed corners, other good sections to kind of defend. You are still right on our tail though. Come on, let's push. We're beating him. Yes. Alright, let's go through the twisty section here. That was a bad idea. Okay. Fun. Come on. Come on. Don't be like this game. Yeah, I know, I hear you, game. I'm trying, I'm gradually catching up to him. But it's not gonna be enough. He's got that killer acceleration. Alright, I'm gonna try again. Cause he is annoying me quite a bit. Come on. He just has that insane grip on the corners and massive acceleration. For his crazy I mean, he's got some serious acceleration. Like, we have our vehicle set towards pretty much to the point where we're getting like the best balance between acceleration and top speed as we can get. But bro just has insane grip. I'm just gonna go for like super defense right now. Come on. Come on, let's hope he has some issue with the traffic. I can still hear him like humming around behind me. Oh, you are so close. There we go. Oh, you're kidding me. He could still fit through there. No. Come on. That's so... Come on. Oh, he slowed down. He slowed down. Okay. Back ahead. The game was feeling sorry for me. They were like, okay, you can have the lead for just a little bit longer. Make you feel like you're actually making progress here. Oh, come on, don't. You bollocks. Ah! Again, come on. I'm not noticing any power loss though. Or any like tire wear and stuff. So that's good. We can kind of keep going pretty much throughout the night. Oh my gosh, this guy. Maybe I should paint the car to red to go 3 times faster. Maybe. At this point, I'm willing to try anything. This is the hardest. Who would have thought the first of the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games would be the hardest of the bunch? Like the other two games, the other two Tokyo Xtreme Racer highway games, I don't really have much issue with the exception of a few bosses here and there. Otherwise, I can usually, at the very least, give them a good fight. But in this one, oh my word. Part of it's the handling as well. Like the car just doesn't want to turn. But also because it's just very. He's just got a lot of power. Oh, you being very dirty there. Come on. I'm nervous. It's at the wider part here, the highway, before we go through the narrow divider sections. And I can steadily hear him right behind me. Like he's not going nowhere. Oh, finally! For the first time in the NBA history, the Denver Nuggets have won the NBA championship. GG to the Nuggets. Bravo. Now they are golden Nuggets. Oh my gosh, we did it. Holy mother of all that is holy. What was that? Oh yeah, I should show you guys the rival list as well. So you can kind of see their, you can kind of see like their car and their little bit of like the stats and everything. Alright, so we're missing one curving edge driver, one SS Limited driver. Got all the Max Racing, all of the Elegant Wild drivers. We got all the Diamond Image rivals. We're missing one Fine Drive rival. Cool. We're missing a whole bunch of the Twister rivals. Sweet. Okay, so we still have quite a few rivals to go up against. That's a super dark skyline. You can't even see his rims. Oh, because we lost to him, that's why. They're the first weapons conference team not located in California, Texas to win the final since the Seattle Supersonics. In 1979. Wow. That is really cool. That's a cool piece of history. Nice. Alright, we're gonna what's stage 4? Alright, much more powerful turbine. Let's get that. I'm gonna upgrade the chassis as well. We don't have enough money to upgrade the chassis. We don't have enough money to upgrade the suspension either. We're getting really close to fully tuning this vehicle. Oh, I was really hoping that we would have the ability to take to enter a new section of the road. I guess not. Big Sag. Still though, we finally beat our first boss. Oh, so tricky. Oh, the sound. Big turbo noises. Yes. Alright, good. We can beat one of the SS Limited. We can beat the SS Limited team. We're getting close to finally taking them all down. Come on. Stop trying to block. You know I'm faster. There we go. And now let's not look behind us ever again. Slight tippy tap of the brakes. Oh, please. We do have much better acceleration though. Some big power from the turbo. Although right now this thing, the cars in this game don't handle nearly as well as the cars in the later Tokyo Xtreme Racers. That is for certain. But it's still fun though. We get to kind of see the very beginnings of the Tokyo Xtreme Racer franchise. It's sort of very solid start, but the later ones are better. Waiting for announce the finals MVP. Yeah, here's hoping as Jokic. That'd be really cool. Hi there. There's one of the rotary drivers. But right now, though, we're at the very least taking on the SS Limited. Another team that's going to be going into the history books. Come on, turn in. Oh man, this car does sound very nice though. Once you begin kind of tuning it and everything, you get the big turbo sound. I just wish it handled better, but right now it's very kind of sus in the handling. There we go, more money. Cool. Let's see if we can't take down another team or two. The night's still young, we still have a few more racers on the map. One thing as well with this game, this is only the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games that don't have wanderers. So you don't have to worry about trying to drive a certain vehicle or having, you know, certain you know, driving on a certain day, or having there being certain you know, whatchamacallits. Okay, just, oh, sweet! Congratulations to him, that's really good. Nice job. Nice job to him. Alright, come on. We got this. We can beat this Evo. No problem. No problemo. Oh, that was close. I forgot about that. We nearly completely sent our car into the wall. Yes, the speed. The speed. I'm liking this. Hi there, office. Hi there, taxi. There we go. Another boss. Thought that was going to be the case. Ah, the beautiful RX-7 with the flame decals as well. So you know she's gonna be real quick. And yes, Midnight Cinderella is indeed a female racing driver in the game. Doesn't really showcase that in the first game, but later games do showcase that. And she is always a very tricky driver in every game she's in. Always driving a rotary powered sports car, always incredibly quick on the straights. Decent enough in the turns too. Oh, understeer, don't do that, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, game. Come on, weave through traffic. Oh, you are still really close. Miss Rob Dim. Yeah, she's a very quick street racer. Oh, come on. Go, 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 go. Oh, the speed. There we go. Oh my gosh. That actually wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad early on. Like in comparison to the Grim Reaper, Midnight Cinderella was definitely an easier opponent. We have a lot of money as well. We could probably get one more race in, and then we'll go back. We'll go back to the house, upgrade a car a little bit more. I'm having a lot of fun with this though. I'm surprised the Sage 5 engine time. Probably Sage 5 engine. Maybe if we can also upgrade the chassis as well, get the super lightweight chassis. Get some really high speeds going, some extra grippiness. Ooh, Tokyo Jungle Racer. Yes, please. Front wheel drive DC2 Integra. Alright, come on, let's do this. Big speed, let's go. Ow. Please don't brake check me on the high speed corners. The high speed corners are basically where I'm able to actually pass you guys. There we go. Come on. Let's get one more good race in before we upgrade the car to the, at the very least, the maximum power. And after this, we're gonna be taking a look for maybe a potential Swap for a better car? Maybe. The S13 is serving us decently enough. But that is something to consider. I think we should at the very least fully tune the S13 first. And then gradually save up for one of the higher horsepower vehicles. Like the Supra or one of the Imprezas or Evos or something. Maybe the R32 Skyline might be a good one to have. Yeah, I think we'll probably save up for the R32 Skyline. You get the four-wheel drive grip, you get the acceleration and everything, you get high power as well. That might be the one we use. There we go. Sweet. Alright. No one's challenging us, we can go back to the main menu. We do have almost $40,000 though, which is more than we started out with. Alright, so let's go upgrade a vehicle. Let's go see engine stage 5. Yep. And then, yeah, we can't afford anything else. We can't afford anything else. We do at least have the engine stage 5 though, which is nice. Just out of curiosity, I wonder if we've unlocked any other vehicles. Oh! We have Midnight Cinderella's FD RX-7 that we can use. This is still a standard Mitsubishi Eclipse. Impreza. Cool. Is the other, whatchamacallit, is the S15, the custom S15 in here? Maybe? I guess not. Okay. She sold the car after that race. I wouldn't surprise me. Still, only $45,000. It's not bad. How much for the Skyline? 50,000. Okay. Cool. So we have a little bit of money we need to kind of gradually get saved up. But I do want to win. I do want to continue to kind of win some races first. I want to unlock the other highway sections as well. Like, we've already beaten 2 bosses. That should be enough to really kind of get us into a different section of the Tokyo, the Tokyo highway system. It's gonna be a while before we're able to race on the Wangan. Like, we're already, like, through quite a few opponents. I'd hate to have more, to get through most of the game and then finally have the opponent, then have the Wangan open up. Of course, it does make sense that you'd have more street racers, closer to like the city center and everything. They're closer to home and all that stuff. This is nice though. The stage 5. Getting some serious acceleration from the car. I do want to upgrade the suspension a little bit more. And get everything else upgraded to its max level too. Just to see how the vehicle performs. Before gradually saving up for something a little bit more high end. This is nice though. Alright, let's get on the tippy tap the brakes. Oh! Come on, go, 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 go. Come on. I can't afford to lose just yet. Oh, she's gonna beat us. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. That was a little bit unfortunate. That's fine. We'll just keep back. I'm sure we're quite a bit of a nuisance to the other street racers on the highway. They're like, oh gosh, it's this guy again. Why? Alright, come on, big push. Come on, come on. Alright, tippy tap the brakes. There we go. Keep the car as smooth as possible through most of the turns. This car is still an understeery boat though. Like I'm not sure how to adjust that. Oh, it even understeers on the when you have it in that the front bumper mode as well. Come on. So let's at least go home with a couple wins today. This game has some good music though. Like, sure, it's unlicensed stuff and everything, but like, it's not bad. There we go. That's one racer down. Got at least 3 more to go ahead of us. So let's try to take them down. Maybe we can get another team taking them down completely. That'd be nice. That'd be very nice. There we go. This is the final of the Fine Drive Racers. That's good. S13 versus S13. I don't think he has a stage 5 engine upgrade though. Yeah, we're pulling away. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, absolutely zero issues here. Full speed ahead. Yes. Then there's a team leader in the S15 Silvia. The brand new S15 Silvia. We got this though. Speed. Yes, please. Let's keep going. Let's keep it going. All right. Slight understeer there. All right. Where are you? Where are you? Understeer. I am loving this car though. Like I said, it's a little bit not great on the turns. But on the straights it's at least competent on the straights, which is good. I can't wait till we play some of the other Tokyo Xtreme Racer games though. The handling is a lot better in those. Much more fun. Oh wow. The bosses don't stop coming. Okay then. Midnight Wolf. Alright, he's got the R33 Skyline. Very fast car. Very high power. Come on, we got this. Yes. Let's make sure we keep him behind us. It's been midnight for 2 to 3 hours in this game. Yeah, it has been. It's just every day. It's, you know, every day is midnight. What's even more fun is Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3 actually uses your in-game, the PS2's in-game clock to determine what time it is in Japan at that time. So it could be 7 a.m., it could be noon, and it would still be nighttime. Also, welcome to the stream, Kinetic Rhyme. Hope you've been well. Oh, slight understeer. No, no, bad Wolfie. Bad Wolfie. Doesn't have nearly as much acceleration and top end as the Grim Reaper, though. Grim Reaper was an absolute pain to beat. The rest of the other bosses right now haven't been nearly as difficult. They've been a lot more manageable. And it's partially because our car is a little bit more heavily tuned. But even still. Oh gosh. I shouldn't have said anything. This section right here is an absolute death sentence for this car, though. Because the handling the handling of this car is sus. You didn't know the R33 was a chubby one. I mean, this S13 was also a chubby one, it seems. Very kind of sluggish in it turns. You have to brake quite a bit to get it to slow down. And brakes are one thing that you can't upgrade in this game. Although the other games you can upgrade the brakes, but in this one, no, brakes are very much not a non-negotiable. So whatever the car has, the car has. Come on. Just gotta get through here. Alright, back onto the regular C1 loop. Alright, super wide section. Where are you going? Where are you going, buddy? The thing is, they can turn a lot quicker than you can. Like, I am struggling to go around the turns at like 90-ish miles an hour. And they can do it much quicker. Maybe this is something I don't know. Nope. 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 Yep. Nope. That was always gonna end in heartbreak. Come on. We can beat you. We can beat you, Wolfie boy. Oh, okay, we're at least going through the tunnel section coming up, and that's usually my stronger section. It's the middle section that's not as good. Oh, if traffic can stop blocking me. Oh, come on. Give me some speed. There we go. The high-speed corners, the car's not too bad. It can go a little bit quicker than the AI. Because the AI gets very slidey. But in the slow to mid-speed corners, the AI has a lot more turn-in. Oh, please, game. I was just talking about how the other bosses weren't too difficult. Oh, damn. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna race you again. You're gonna give up eventually, right? You're gonna give up eventually. We got a truck right on the inside, which is a little bit annoying. Come on, big push through here. He definitely upped the performance of his car between the first race and these subsequent races. The speed that they're going through these corners and out of these corners. Oh my gosh. Big insane increase in boost. Insane increase in grip. Like, bruh. What was that? Like the first time up against him, no issues. Until I made a mistake and went through the tunnel. But this, no. Ah. Dang. Dang, okay. Alright, we're at least gonna upgrade the handling a little bit. I'm gonna see if we can't make the car a little bit better. I don't quite have enough for upgraded chassis, but we're getting close to basically the max performance of the car. Alright. We may as well make the car a little bit less, there we go. Gear it a little bit more towards the top speed as well. Let's go inner circuit. That way we're less likely to run into the Shidome section. Oh man. Alright. I want revenge against Nocturnal Wolf though. The guy was a complete pushover in Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3. But in the first one, okay, he's actually a little bit challenging. So we're gonna go up against this person here. See if we can't get the Nocturnal Wolf to challenge us. Maybe. Please. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's see if we get a little bit better handling now. A little bit sharper turning response. Maybe. It's okay, it's a little bit better. I wonder if just setting it to like the absolute extreme is what the game kind of wants you to do with the final stage. Alright, so no Minute Wolf here. That's fine, we'll eventually run into him. We do have a couple of fresh racers that we can go up against though. Get a little bit more money to maybe save up for an R33 of our own. Maybe that's what we can use to really show him up. At the very least, we can take down the R-Gang's team. Because this is the final race before the boss. So let's keep pushing. Yep, nope, don't try to push me into that SUV. I saw what you were trying to do there. You and your little tiny little Hachiroku. I know what you're trying to do. Oh, this will be good though. We can at least get another team down. One thing I do like about this game, though, is that we don't have to worry about the Wanderer racers and everything. Because the Wanderers, they're, if you don't have a guide for them, they are very tricky to get to even appear, let alone to get them to actually challenge you. Because you have to, like, be in certain vehicles or have, like, certain things applied to your vehicle. And it's very... It's a little bit troublesome trying to get it all sorted and figured out. Alright, come on. Another Tokyo Jungle Racer. Gradually taking down more of the teams. There we go. The high-speed maneuverability of this car is really, really nice, though. It's like I said, it's the slow-speed corners that just the car can't handle. Like it's just understeering like crazy. Bump, 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 bump. Easy, please don't bump me. There we go. Good. I got another racer literally just in front of us. Who are you? What are you? Are you in our gang's car? You are? Yes. Professor Speed. Soon to be Dr. Speed. His name was Salty Dog. Yeah, all the different racers have different like battle names. And starting from the second game onwards, you get your own battle name as well, depending on everything from what kind of car you drive to how many races you do in a row per night, to how many times your win-loss record, to your percentage of hit points left on average after each race. And it's really, really cool. Granted, again, a lot of times it suffers from like translation error. So you'll be called something like, you know, I mean it's a cool system, but like sometimes you get up with like a really weird name that means absolutely nothing. Like it's just English gibberish. But that's also kind of how some of the Japanese names are as well. Or some of the regular drivers' names are. It's a very poor translation. The game does get a lot better once you go to the Drift series. Yes, yeah, the S13 is the beige comet, because once it crashes, it is Jover. It's Jover. It's never Jover. It's Jovember. But yeah, pretty much. Like, if we tap a wall, like, we lose so much speed here. I'm looking forward to getting a new vehicle sometime soon. But I definitely want to save up quite a bit of money so that we can, once we get the new vehicle, we can kind of begin tuning it as well. Get some high performance stuff on it. Because right now, the only thing we're really having difficulty with is the bosses. Like the regular teammates and the team leaders, we're not having any issues with. It's only the bosses that we're having difficulty with. Which is something I can at least deal with. But oh my gosh, I definitely want something that has a little bit less understeer. Because otherwise, you get stuff like that where it just doesn't turn. What happens if I have the soft tires on the front and the hard tires on the rear? If that actually makes it handle better. That could be something we try. Hi there. You were still dangerously close despite the fact that you're driving little tiny Hachiroku. That's alright, we'll just keep pushing. There we go. Oh, your car. Our car, when we hit the wall and everything, it just completely like bounces around like crazy. There we go, we're at Drift Dancer now. The team leader of our gangs. I never realized, because in the other games, the logos are much smaller. I never realized that the yellow in the original R Gangs logo was revolvers. It's just 4 revolvers. I thought it was just like wings or something. It's cool you actually get to see, you know, the much larger logos here. Because you don't get to see them larger. They're much smaller, much more compressed in the PS2 version. So seeing the larger versions and seeing like what they're actually supposed to be is really cool. Alright, come on. Easy on the brakes, get the car turning. There we go. Nice, okay. Nice, nice, nice. That should be enough to finally get the final stage of the chassis upgrades. So all of this is at the maximum stage. So what engine stage 5 was. Large bore exhaust system. Okay, cool. So pretty much our car is now complete in its tuning. Unless we unlock more tuning upgrades, which I don't think is gonna happen. We have our vehicle. This is repainted purple now. We can give it a shot. We'll try to paint it purple. I think maybe after we beat the what's his name? The Nocturnal Wolf, we can then paint it purple. Get the midnight purple treatment on it. Alright, let's do this. Full speed ahead. Absolutely spanking an Evo. Yeah, but we're gonna eventually need a different vehicle though, because this thing, even at its maximum level, it's definitely gonna be underpowered compared to the racers on the Wangan and other high-speed sections, other high-speed highways. Oh, please turn. Like, I know we were going, you know, 90-ish miles an hour, but, like, understeer much, please. Very, very unfun. There we go. Cool. Very cool. Now we got a completed racer here. Range up. This should be enough. I believe this will be the one that can get Nocturnal Wolf to challenge us. If not, I believe Nocturnal Wolf is the one just up ahead. That or it's one of the speedbox or freeway drivers. Which, I mean, all the more fun to take that down too. We're gonna go for complete highway domination. Oh yeah, they are nowhere to be seen. Yeah, so that slight right-hander there is basically the one section where I can really gain on the corners through compared to pretty much any of the bosses. Okay, so that wasn't enough to call. That wasn't enough to call Nocturnal Wolf. I think the next one, this red dot here, that's gonna be a Nocturnal Wolf. I hope. So I wanna take him down. There you are. Buenos dias, mother fire trucker. Bruh, how are you this fast? Oh, come on. Alright, we have some slider corners here. Some slight lefts and rights, so we may have a chance to maybe get caught up. There we go. Okay, defend like our lives depend on it, because they do. Oh, why did you ping me into the wall? The RX-7 was at the worst spot. Oh, that was so unfortunate. Oh. No. Ah, you. That RX-7, that... Nah. Damn. Okay. Come on, let me challenge you. Let me challenge you. Come on. Alright, we're right on your tail, but we're still losing hit points. Come on, we need to pass you soon. Oh, you were being very annoying, very blocky. There you go. Come on, let's pinch you into the wall. Okay. Now we're in the lower half of the C1 loop. This is where the boss racers really go fast, though. Oh, you. They have so much speed to that corner there. And the rest of these are very sharp, almost 90-degree turns coming up. Nope. Nope, nope. That corner. That corner. Okay. We're through basically the whole section of C1 in this game. Ironically, that's the one section that every other AI driver in the later games has issues with, and I can usually do well on. But here, it's different. It's very different. Oh, please. Give me some speed. Played One Gun. Hang on a second. Played One Gun Minute for the first time when I was a kid in that case. One Gun Minute 3 of Star Car. Yeah, the One Gun Minute games are really, really cool. There's an arcade up in Towson. Down in Towson? Somewhere in Towson. That has One Gun Midnight 5, I think it is. And that one's a lot of fun. Although purchasing the memory cards for that, they've always been out of cards, and I'm like, but I want to be able to I wanna be able to save my game. I wanna be able to save my car and like through career mode and everything. But they're always sold out. Okay, come on. I'm not giving up on this guy. I am going to beat him. Eventually. But he is fast. He is so quick. Oh, that truck's gonna be at a very unfortunate spot. Come on. Alright, you're blocking me a little bit. That's fine. I can at least catch you through this section. There we go. Up into the lead. Now I need to be like Checo Perez, defend like a lion. And that's not defending. Ah! Come on. You know, the Wonga minigames though were really, really cool. I always like the kind of the speed and everything, the high speed highway racing and all that. The car customization was also really cool. And I always like going for like the crazy power builds as well, because most of the highways, you know, are in straights or, you know, only have slight corners. But then you have the C1 section and it becomes basically how well can you kind of tiptoe your car around. Oh, there we go. We made a smart decision. For once, big brain Isaac. You were catching us a lot, though. No. No, 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 please, no. Oh, you are so painful to race against. I want you to know that game. This is not fun. Yeah, okay, fine. Come on. I'm gonna try one more time before we just go back to the garage and just try to beat other racers. Right now, though, this is very tricky. Because you're going up against someone that basically has a much faster car, but he also has much better handling, too. Alright, come on. We're up on you. Stop brake checking us. We know you have better acceleration. We know you have more power. But I want to pass you. There we go. Come on. Got a good run of tarmac up ahead. A lot of higher speed momentum corners. We can get a good traffic pattern as well. No crazy cars on the insides that we need to avoid. Oh, like that green taxi. Okay, good. Thankfully. That's not too bad. Or just shove this out of the way like we weighed nothing. Come on. We got this. We may have this. We might not have this. He does slow down more than necessary on a slight turn, so like this. So we can catch him up, potentially. But then we're gonna basically need to run full... full defense here. As hard as we can as well. There we go. We didn't get tapped with that RX-7 there. No. No. No, 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 no. Come on, don't do this. Good, he's far back now. At least until this tight right-hander. Alright, where are you going? Which side are you going? Oh, this feels so trippy. I don't like that camera angle, but that's the only one that has a mirror. Oh, come on! He's so close! Oh my gosh, finally! Finally! Oh, we did it. We did it. I think it's definitely time to potentially begin getting a different vehicle. Let's get one more driver, one more race of the night until we and then we're probably gonna be ending the stream after this. Nice, thank you. The Tokyo Xtreme Racer games, if you never played them, the bosses are so difficult. And no game exemplifies that more than the first one. This one. The other ones, the bosses are tough but manageable if you're smart. This, it's basically, they are faster than you in every single way. The only way to really beat them is to be dirty as hell. And just block, because otherwise they will just blow you away. Oh my word though. Play Street Supremacy on PSP, which is similar. Yeah, that was also made by Genki. And yeah, Genki. Oh man, fun games, but difficult as hell bosses. Oh my word. Let's go to our rivals. Let's see. These are the 4 divas. We have Nocturnal Wolf, Midnight Cinderella. Then you got the Grim Reaper. Alright, so we have Speedmaster, Rings, RR, Windstars, Cupidos, Gear Racing. Okay, so we still have a lot of the, a lot of racing teams to go through. I think we'll probably do one more kind of, run. One more run. And then we'll call it a night, I think. But my word, that was a tough boss. Woo! Midnight Cinderella right now was probably the one that wasn't too difficult. But everyone else has been very tricky, very difficult. We can pass you. Right now I just want to get the blue ones knocked out. Get a little bit of that monies, so we can get that R33, that sweet R33. Maybe get a vehicle that can really corner. Because this car, it's not bad, but I definitely want something that's a little bit faster. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see what these opponents are. If we can maybe go up against one more team later before the end of the stream. We got 4 chances. So whatever we're up against, that's what we're up against. Also, welcome to the stream at HQ. Hope you're doing well today. I did. I did what? Oh gosh, don't read chat while driving. Sorry, Buzz. Sorry about that. Also, welcome Fallen Angel, hope you're doing well. Ironically, the later Tokyo Xtreme Racer games, they have a driver called Ejected Angel, and she is a very quick driver. There you going? Ah, that's unfortunate. That's okay. I mean, I know it's getting very late. It's midnight here. Oh, there you are. Hey there. All right, the top level team, the Lancer Evos. All right, let's see if we can't beat these Evos. Rally cars on the road. I don't know why, but I still nightmares about my past plays. That's unfortunate. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's difficult, you know, when you've been bullied and everything. The big thing though is if they're no longer bothering you, if they, you know, especially like they're far away or whatever, it's probably, you know, probably best just to kind of forget about them. You know, they're you know, a small number of people in a sea of, you know, billions, and they're probably just, you know, being dumb young adults, dumb kids, dumb teenagers, or what have you. So it's probably could be, potentially it could just be that you can just forget about each other and just move on. I know it's easier said than done, but yeah, it's the best if possible to move on. I seen the Final Fantasy trailer and the Persona 3 remake one too. Yeah, I saw the Persona 3 remake, but I didn't see the whatchamacallit, the Free Fantasy trailer. I have to see that after this stream. Blue's always talking things about my eyes. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. I used to get bullied quite a bit in middle school because I was you know, a smaller guy and everything, so it was very easy. But hey, jokes on them now. You know, I'm still lightweight, lean, doing cross country and all that stuff. So, you know, different strokes for different folks. Best thing you can do is live your happiest life just to spite them, you know? I have two colors in both my eyes. Oh, cool! Like the heterochromia. Sweet. That's nothing to be. I mean, that's, you know, it's rare. Nothing really to be, you know, upset about for that. Well, that's cool stuff. Oh yeah, this guy is completely gone. Bye bye. Evo is no match against the S13. Rally pedigree? What's that? I got one more racer. I have blue and brown both eyes. Oh, that's cool. Nice. I mean, you know, you look at all like the anime protagonists and everything have like the multicolored, or like the really unique eyes and everything. You're just an anime protagonist, right? anime protagonist in real life. No way. I mean that in a good way. Oh gosh, understeer. Lots of understeer here. We got time for probably one more racer, but it is indeed getting a little bit late. So let's tippy tap on the brakes if the car turned in. Hi there. What are you? Ah, the final curving edge racer. Sweet. So we can go up against our team leader after this if we win. You know, that's actually really cool. Like oftentimes bullies are they're just kind of dumb. You know. or if not dumb, they're at the very least like super immature and everything. So it's not worth listening to them. Besides, once you graduate or whatever, or you know, if it's within school and stuff, like the number of high school people that I haven't really kept up with, or even college people that I've just lost contact with, it's you know, over 90%. Just because, you know, you go your separate ways, you go do different things with your lives and everything like that. And it's a little bit sad, but it's, you know, on the other hand, people that were mean to you or whatever, they're doing their own thing. You're doing your own thing. So in the long term, it doesn't matter too much. The prince of the highways is very far behind. He's more like a jester of the highways as opposed to a prince of the highways. I should watch what I say though. The AI has a habit of immediately proving me wrong. Only have one more year in middle school. Yeah, middle school is definitely the worst in terms of like bullying and everything. High school gets a little bit better. And then if you do college is so much better. Because most of the time everyone is too busy. Everyone is either too busy partying or studying in order to get through all that. Yeah, good luck with middle school. That's definitely really cool. You're probably 8th grade, so that's, you know, like physics, you know, the algebra 2s, you know, all of that stuff, which is really cool. High school is where it gets more fun though, because you get a lot more freedom in your class choices, especially if you have like shop classes. I love the auto shop classes a lot in high school. I took auto shop all 4 years, and it was probably one of my favorite classes outside like the science stuffs. Oh my word, this NSX is fast. Banshee is a very tricky boss. Come on, we can catch him now. Oh, please. Have I not tuned this in time? No, I've tuned the car. The car is at max level now. It's just the other opponents are so much faster. But the car is at maximum level. Oh man, that is a fast NSX though. Wow. I'm not the only girl in all of my classes. I mean, even if you are, like, that's not too bad. You know, those big thing is take what you enjoy. You know, in my engineering classes, there wasn't too many girls there, but the ones that were, you know, they were still really smart. They earned their place and everything, so you know, they were still respected amongst all the peers and everything. But yeah, like, let me show you, like, everything is at max level. The suspension is at the max stage. The dryer train is max level. It's basically it's as fast as this car will go. We even got the super grippy wheels, the super grippy tires. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to see if I can't. Maybe there's some more options available for us. Right now, oh gosh, 95,000 for the NSX. We don't have nearly enough for that. We do have enough though for the Alright, so both of these are the GTRs. R33 versus the R32. I may go with the R32 just because it is a little bit cheaper and both of them make the same amount of power. R32 is also a little bit lighter. So yeah, let's do it. Enter. There we go. And let's see what we can get from our regular. Only 12,000. Ouch, the real the real Broke Street Racer simulator. Oh, and the upgrades. Upgrades are more expensive as well. Fun. Alright. Wheels. What is this car, Max? It seems that way. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely dreadful. So we're probably gonna be going. We're probably gonna be staying with our S13 then, just for a little bit. I got time for one more loop. So I don't have anything tomorrow. I just have more boys on my classes. I mean, it's a double-edged sword. You can always learn from your peers of the different, different gender and everything. But on the other hand, sometimes there is a little bit of that, like the cultural differences and everything. All right, come on. We can at least take down a few more team members, maybe. Yeah, try to at least make some money. Because that RV32 is going to be expensive to upgrade. And with the exception of bosses, the S13 is serving us well enough. So we may at least have some chance. I do know that the Banshee, the driver of the NSX, that is the final driver of the 4 Divas, which is the first set of bosses. What's going to work? I mean, unfortunately, every school's got its own issues and everything like that. Weird lunches and everything. And wow, he did not give us a single chance to get any money at all. He's like, hey buddy, I heard you were talking crap. We're gonna race you again. Alright, we're at least going through a twisty section. And we are in the lead. So I can potentially hold them off for a little bit. Hi there. Alright, we gotta go through the right one. Left side's gonna be blocked. He went through the right one as well. Come on, give me some speed. Give me some speed through here. Oh, that NSX is quick. Oh boy. Going through another set of twisties though. A lot of higher speed corners, so we will be slower through there. Oh, the van. Nope. Okay. Yeah, he's gone. That's unfortunate. That is the nature of middle school. Like I said though, it does get better though. 100%, it gets so much better. And depending on if it's how the school districts are set up and everything, some of those bullies may not even be in high school, so you don't have to worry too much about them. And even if they are, they may be in entirely different classes as opposed to middle school where it's much more homogenized. So, in our regards, just gotta hang on for a little bit longer. Trust me, I've been through it. I've been through it myself as well. It's not fun. Feels like the absolute worst. But it's just a waiting game. Focus on your schoolwork. Focus on making good decisions and everything. And in a couple years, they're going to be a distant memory, and you'll barely be able to remember their faces. And it just kind of sounds like just wait and just hope for things to get better. And a little bit it is, but just by the nature of the system itself, it will get better. Because usually the bullies themselves, they don't make it very, very far. At least my bullies that didn't make it too far in life. One of them did though. He kind of turned his life around and everything. He actually became he actually turned his life around quite a bit. I'm kind of proud of him because of that. But yeah, no, it's difficult. But not the same high school and the bullies. I mean, even if you do though, like I said, it's with being able to like choose your own classes and everything like that, and getting the freedom and the much more varied schedules. You're a lot less likely to be in the same classes as them, even if they are in the same high school. So now in that regard, you do have a little bit of leeway. It's not gonna be like, you know, 8-hour days where you're constantly in every single class with, you know, the bullies and all that stuff. It's much more manageable. Alright, big push. Big push here. Alright, let's try to beat this guy, get a little bit more money. Ah, okay, it's nice. And my little sister, she graduated from college as an art major. So and yeah, she had her deal. She had her fair deal of bullies as well. But like I said, around like high school and then even more so in college, it definitely tapers off. If you can survive middle school, you can easily survive high school. And if you can survive high school and everything, you can survive college. So now go ahead. It says just gotta hang on for one more year, and then it does get a lot better. I'm not saying it'll stop completely, because there'll always be, you know, mean people and stuff like that. But it'll be a lot better. People will usually be a little bit more mature. You know, you'll be able to kind of choose your own classes. You'll be with more like-minded individuals in your classes and everything. Pretty good at making the drawings of anime characters. Oh, nice! Very cool. Yeah, so yeah, my little sister, she used to. That's kind of how she got into art as well. As she kind of started reading the mangas and everything, and she's like, I want to do that. And she gradually kind of got better and better at her art and everything. I recommend though you kind of broaden your skills and everything. Learn, you know, all different kinds of like art styles. Because then you can kind of incorporate that in your, like, you know, your designs for your anime characters, make them kind of stand out, make them very unique. All right, we have a little bit of money now, but I'm probably gonna save and put the game up. It is around 12:30 here. It is very, very, very late. And while I don't have a super early day tomorrow, it is still stuff to get up though. I can't quite sleep in. So that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, please leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what I'm doing all in the comments below. If you didn't like the stream, please let me know what I'm doing poorly so I could fix that in the future. That being said though, I've been Isaac Umbras, and wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is for you. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for stopping by Adechiku. Whatever time of day it is for you, wherever you are in the world, may it be a great time, and I hope to see you on the next stream. Bye bye! Ah!